Hi, it's Chris Watkin here, and I'm with Rob Sargent, the boss man of the Acorn Group, 36 office estate agency in London, and basically the main protagonist in the Stop Rightmove campaign. So tell me a bit more about that, Rob.
Hi, Chris. The campaign is Say No to Rightmove. Just quickly, before we get into that, it's very important to remember that there's a bigger priority for us all at the moment, which is the welfare and safety of our friends, our families, our staff and our clients. But Say No to Rightmove came about as a result of a phone call now on the 16th of March when a member of the Rightmove team contacted me to let me know how lucky I was going to be that they weren't going to discuss my renewal contract, and the good news was they were going to leave me on exactly the same tariff as I had been previously for the time being. This was a moment where I felt, Rightmove probably didn't know what was going on right outside their door.
Okay, so how did that make you feel?
Well, first of all, from our own perspective, we're a business that spends the best part of £500,000 a year with Rightmove. We're in the grip of a pandemic. We could already see at that point what was about to happen to us. So that was the moment that I raised the point that maybe they were going to be contacting me to do something a little bit more generous than that, in light of what was coming over the hill.
Okay,
and
so
from
there,
go on. And then from there, I thought, well, this isn't just about an impact on our business. And so I picked up the argument that originally started as a request direct to Peter Brooks Johnson and Simon Fielden, which was for a 6-month tariff-free for our business. And to a degree, I was stonewalled on that initially. So I started to reach out to other independent agents up and down the country. And very, very quickly, there was a gathering strength of feeling for the fact that they'd had enough.
What were your thoughts when they did the original deferred payment option?
Well, that was a reaction to a reduced request to keep it simple, which was 3 months tariff-free. It moved. The key for us was to move this off of the agenda. We're an industry that's clearly got a lot of problems at the moment to deal with. So why did we have to be thinking about whether we were going to pay Rightmove or not in the forthcoming months, mindful of the fact that Rightmove have a significant war chest of money and have the financial capability to offer the industry that has supported them so well for a couple of decades the kind of support it needed through difficult times. Okay,
so then they did kick back. I mean, you got that. I don't know if you organised the Facebook group or others did, but we then got the 75% off, which I thought was very generous compared to other portals, both in the UK and abroad.
Yeah, and I acknowledge the fact that we saw that Rightmove were beginning to realise the situation we're in. But let's face this: there's contractual decisions that independent estate agents have got to make up and down the country. They're all at fever pitch, dealing with their cost bases and trying to get as much cost off their books, and they're trying desperately to hold on to their cash going forward. And you've got to bear in mind as well that any portal is not going to be of a massive use to an estate agency in the UK economy, which is moving into lockdown. Okay, it was a recognition of what was going on in our worlds, and this is a kind of typical problem that we face with Rightmove, even pre-crisis.
Okay, but Rightmove have got a business to run. How would you like it if your landlords came back and said, we want you to manage our properties for free? Surely they have a business to run, don't they?
I think we're going to have to accept with our landlords, if they don't receive an income, we're not going to get paid. So you lead me on to a very salient point, which is the fact that our industry is not running in parallel with Rightmove, in the sense, we're no sell, no fee. Landlords won't be paying us if we don't get them if we don't collect their rent. And so quite naturally there, Chris, you're talking about where we polarise our positions between industry and Rightmove. I think the other thing that's really, really important to bear in mind, and I know how that was going to affect my business, with 36 branches. During recent years, I've seen an awful lot of small independent agents, of which I am and was one, when I'm acquiring companies or even just talking to other businesses. Some of those are paying anything from £1,500, £2,000 to £3,000 per branch per month, and they're very, very high value to Rightmove on a per branch basis. And compared to the corporates, they can be, in terms of overall value, 2 or 3 times the value of what would be an individual corporate office. So again, my point is the kind of respect and thanks that Rightmove should be giving out in support of individual business owners and the industry.
So are you kind of saying, therefore, that basically the independent one-man bands that are paying top dollar, because they're going to be paying a lot more than you with a 36-branch network or 39-branch network, they're the ones that are actually getting Rightmove most of their profit, but they're the ones that are probably going to hurt more, aren't they?
Absolutely, absolutely. They're going to feel the pain more. They're going to have the least reserves, and going forward, they're the ones that are going to find it harder to plan. And it isn't just about the next 3 months. The next 3 months was just a sensible thing to do.
Do you hate Rightmove?
I don't hate anyone, Chris. I don't hate anyone, Chris. Hate, you have to put a lot of energy into hating. So the simple answer is no.
Do you want to take them down? I still think they're good value for money. What's the point here? Because the other point is what's the replacement? Because do we want to make Zoopla or On the Market or one of the other myriads of new portals that are coming on board? It'll only just make another monster, won't it? Absolutely.
Two sort of points you're raising there. Do I want to take them down? No, not at all. But there is a moment in time where enough's enough. And I'll go back probably over a decade. I've met Peter Brooks Johnson on a couple of occasions. I think he's a bright guy. I've said again and again and again, if you keep on beating, if you keep on beating somebody, in the end, you can't keep coming back and saying sorry or tickling them under the chin and hoping that they're going to come back for more. So
where do you think Rightmove lost it? Because in 2000 to 2007, they were the bee's knees. Everyone loved them. Was it when the market crashed and they put their fees up? Something rotten?
Yeah, I think it became. There's a point in time where they began to make agents feel that they couldn't exist without them. I come from a time where pre-portals. I come from a time where I realised there was a life without the wonderful internet, etc., etc.
Do you think agents can survive without any portal?
Yeah, I see no reason why not. I don't think they should have to without any portal. But an agent's market is a very, very local market. The vast majority of our business comes off the back of our brand, our contacts, and in reality, we actually drive the traffic through our fantastic content to those portals.
Do you think do you think you could have dropped Rightmove before, but probably you've been a bit lazy, didn't want to rock the boat?
Well, complacency. What do you do when everything is all ticking along perfectly? If it's all working, what's the point in upsetting the apple cart?
And do you want a replacement? There's a few new portals that are flying around at the moment saying, come and use us, we're brilliant, and vice versa. Do you have any preference on that?
Yeah, no. In simple terms, this didn't start as a move towards another portal. This was about stopping the kind of model that we were suffering from in terms of cost basis.
Okay, so this movement that you've started, where's it going forward? What final message do you want to give to agents?
Well, there's not a final message because I've taken a little bit of time this only started a week ago. We're approaching 900 business owners. We've got people now that are coming on and registering out their support and registering to our site literally on an hourly basis now.
And what's the plan? Or are you just basically watch this space and follow us?
Yeah, there is a plan, but it would be wrong for me to kind of roll all of that out at the moment. First and foremost is to galvanise support around the Say No to Rightmove and around the request we've made.
So how if agents want to join you, how do they get in contact with you?
They literally can go onto the website and they can register on our Say No to Rightmove website.
Thank you for your time today, and I look forward to speaking to you soon, Rob. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chris.